3, 2, 1.
Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello to those of you who are feeling called to this reading in particular, mystery reading number 1216. My name is Elizabeth, and before getting into this reading, if you are a recurring viewer, you enjoy my work, and you would like to help support it, feel free to do so by sticking around and hitting the subscribe button down below, and ringing the notification bell next to it if you feel called to. If you do feel called to subscribe and stick around, welcome. Thank you very much for your support, as well as your presence during this reading. So, jumping straight into interpreting number 1216. First, I feel called to acknowledge for somebody that you are coming across this reading for a reason. Maybe there's something significant about timing when you are coming across this reading. But there are 2 ones in the number 1216. And the number 1 is about having trust and faith, at least for me. It's about having primarily trust and faith in yourself, in the universe, or whatever higher power you believe in. It's about having trust and faith in what you're capable of, what is possible for you, and how you and the universe can work together to manifest or create something that you desire. I almost wanted to say, create someone that you desire. I mean, I've been playing a lot of Sims lately, so maybe it's like a gaming thing, but it doesn't feel, it feels more meaningful than that. But maybe there is a certain person or a certain situation or process that would be helpful to have a little more trust and faith in as well, but only take that if it resonates. If you truly believe a certain relationship or situation is worth having trust and faith, and if a certain relationship or situation has earned your trust and your faith, or at least not given you a reason to have doubt. The number 2 is about, it could be confirmation of a situation or relationship that you are connected with, but it can also be about a specific choice or just your choices in general, and the need to be wise with your decisions. Don't rush if you don't have to. Don't make decisions out of fear or insecurity. Make a decision when you feel confident, in an intuitive way, not secure, in a making you feel safe kind of way. Sometimes what we intuitively feel also makes us feel safe, but it's important to know the difference between your intuition and your fear. I saw 2 numbers while talking on the timer, number 333 and 345. And number 3 is about expressing yourself and using your voice, and always taking an opportunity to heal and grow and evolve. And number 345 is about trusting that everything happens for a reason. So you are being encouraged to express yourself in whatever way you feel called to for a reason, or to heal and grow for a reason. It feels like the universe wants you to see something within yourself, or wants to show you something in your environment or in the world, in this reality. And the only way you're going to see it is by using your voice and healing and growing. And using your voice, whenever I say using it in whatever way you feel called to, it doesn't have to be with words. It can be with your own decisions, just how you show up in the world in general. It can be with art. It can be any form of self-expression. 4, 5, 6, another sign there to trust that everything happens for a reason. There's an emphasis here on using your voice, making yourself heard, expressing yourself honestly and authentically for a reason. Moving on to the number 6 and 1216. This number is usually encouragement for you to love yourself, to take care of yourself, and to just generally have a healthy relationship with yourself. It's encouragement for you to be your own best friend instead of your own worst enemy, because the only person that you can count and rely on to have your back at all times, if you allow it, is yourself. The kind of relationship that you have with yourself, in my opinion, also defines the kind of relationship that you will have with other people and the world and the kind of impact you will have. And so having a loving relationship with yourself is also about spreading more love in the world. Having an honest relationship with yourself is about spreading more truth and honesty in the world and, to people around you and the relationships around you. I really can't emphasize enough how important it is to have a healthy, loving, and supporting relationship with yourself, instead of a relationship that is neglectful, judgmental, hateful, just unhealthy, and honestly unfair to yourself. I don't feel like I should have to explain why you deserve to have a healthy relationship with yourself. And if you don't understand why you deserve that, I encourage you to seek out that answer. Why you deserve to have a healthy relationship with yourself. And I could give you a general answer, but it feels like it's more important for you to find a more specific answer for yourself. Plus, even a general answer to that question is kind of difficult. But when you add up these numbers, 1 plus 2 is 3, plus another 1 is 4, and 4 plus 6 is 10. And number 10 for me usually has a couple of messages. It's about the presence of your spirit guides, all of them, and them encouraging you to have trust and faith in yourself, your intuition, your strength, the universe, really opening yourself up to positive possibilities. And I do want to put out there that if we want to receive positivity in our life, we also have to be open to negativity. We have to be open to all that life has to offer, because I feel like when we become selective, it really disrupts our peace and ultimately the kind of impact that we have on all of those around us. And I think it's really important for all of us to be aware of a larger war or battle between truth and lies, love and hate. So you deserve to have a loving and honest relationship with yourself without having to explain why. But it's also important for you to acknowledge that you have a part to play here as well in spreading more truth and love in the world. And it's going to be hard to do that if you're not first in touch with the love and the truth that already exists within you. Overall, this number, 1216, has encouraged you to have trust and faith, to use your judgment and be wise with your decisions, choose to protect yourself if you need to, choose yourself if you need to, especially if there is a specific relationship or situation here that could be relevant for that. And love yourself. Love yourself. Have a healthy relationship with yourself, because you deserve it inherently and it's bigger than you. It really is. And know that all of your spirit guide. And for some reason I wanted to mention have trust and faith in particular, but to also be wise with your decisions and to love yourself too. So you can see that there are tarot cards spread across the table here. These cards are from the Secrets of Tarot, and I'm just going to pull one card to finish up this reading for you. And I feel called to take this one. Oh, maybe this one actually. Or this one? Oh, there's two cards here in my hand. I didn't realize that. So I have, oh, that's pretty cool, because when I had it in my hand, right, I had it like this, and then I chose to flip it over to look at it, and we have the Magician upright instead of being in reverse. And I wrote on this card, begin, potential, and new. I'm also feeling connected to the word prosperity. The artist of this deck wrote element of surprise, good or bad. And I just saw the number 122 on the timer about change starting with you. You get to choose what kind of change or impact you have, good or bad, based on the kind of relationship that you have with yourself, good or bad. The idea, element of surprise, made me feel connected to the idea that surprises, pleasant surprises, come from the unknown, just as much as unpleasant and scary surprises come from the unknown. It's reminding me about what I said before about how if you want to receive more positivity in your life, you have to be open to negativity. If you want to receive more pleasant surprises in your life, you have to be open to the negative and scary surprises. It's just the trade-off. It feels like that comes with working with the unknown, or what you choose to manifest or attract in your life. I saw the number 222 on the timer, which is confirmation of what we already talked about with the number 2, a certain relationship or situation that you are connected to, and or the need to take your decisions seriously. I find that interesting because the Magician is all about your power. So basically it's like saying take your power, how you use your power seriously, no matter how powerless you feel. Because you always have power whether you choose to recognize it or not. You will always have a part to play. You will always be a force in this life, whether you choose to recognize it or not. As we already said with the number 1, that is also on the Magician card here, have trust and faith. There's a focus here on your power. For some reason, let me think for a second. It's like using, honestly, this just feels like a general message to be wise with your power through being wise with your decisions, the kind of relationship that you choose to have with yourself, and ultimately the kind of impact that you choose to have on other people and the collective in a greater battle or war between truth and love and lies and hate. There is an infinity symbol above his head right there. And it always reminds me of a sideways 8. Because I think it's on the strength card as well. There is the number 8 on the strength card too. So, and the strength card is also another major arcana card. This is a major arcana card. So maybe it's going to take some strength to be wise with your power, to use it to work for you and others rather than against you, and others, to use it to love instead of harm. And I'm being reminded specifically about how Catholicism, the whole love thy neighbor thing, and I saw 4, 5, 6. So feeling connected to that for a reason. Maybe you identify as Catholic and it could be an important part of your faith to love thy neighbor. And you don't have to be Catholic for that to resonate for you too. I'm not Catholic and I believe in the idea of love thy neighbor. So it's almost like one way to love thy neighbor is to love thyself. I love when like deep messages like that come out. And I hope that whoever needed to hear it was here to hear it. Maybe to see it. If the Magician card in Tarot means anything to you specifically, it means something for everybody. But if it just stands out to you in particular for some reason. I just saw the number 555 on the time, which is about change, transformation. It feels like confirmation or encouragement for you to embrace some sort of change or transformation personally, or change in a certain relationship or a situation in your life. Overall, this reading has encouraged you to have trust and faith, to be wise with your decisions, and to use your judgment, protect yourself if you need to. There could be a significant relationship or situation that this could be connected to, but it certainly doesn't have to be. This is a general reading, and you should only take what resonates. But you've also been encouraged very strongly to be wise with the kind of relationship that you choose to have with yourself, and your spirit guides, even your ancestors, are encouraging you to be wise with the kind of relationship that you choose to have with yourself. 654, trust that everything happens for a reason. They want you to be wise with this decision for the rest of your life, for a reason, because you inherently deserve it, and it is bigger than you. The Magician card here is very clearly confirming or affirming, whatever the right word is, this message to be wise with the kind of relationship that you have with yourself, because it's all about how you choose to use or wield your power. Are you going to use it for love or hate? Self-love or self-hate? Love and hate for others? What do you want to do here? What means the most to you here? Someone here may even feel called to make a commitment from this point moving forward to always choose love. To stop fighting with yourself and bargaining with the universe and, getting angry at the universe because there's just things that you don't understand. This makes me want to encourage you to not blame human free will on the universe. You're allowed to question it. Don't get the universe wrong. You're allowed to question it and to wonder about it. But don't take it out on the universe or your faith, anything that you feel that you have been victimized by from another human. Because just like you, that person has their own responsibility and obligation to be wise in how they use their power. And that's for the universe to deal with, not you. You can help, but know when to let go too.